It is week number 40 for the Trump Roundup, and we're not going to do a long-winded one this time. I've got two things in particular that I want to talk about here. And the very first one comes from CNN, because they were the first to come out with this as it dropped yesterday, that a federal grand jury in Washington on Friday has approved the first charges in the investigation led by special counsel Robert Mueller, according to sources briefed on the matter. And I hate the fact that they said, according to sources briefed on the matter. That doesn't tell me exactly who said it. It's a leak, if it's a leak at all. If it's truth, everybody's been fucking gleefully thinking that's going to be true here. Okay, so the charges are still sealed under orders from a federal judge. Plans were prepared Friday for anyone charged to be taken into custody as soon as Monday. And so it's unclear what the charges are. So when it comes out this upcoming Monday when we release the show, sorry, we're not going to be able to get to it until a couple more days have gone by. But holy shit, we're going to celebrate no matter who it is. And that's the funny thing, is that there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I bet if Clinton was, like, they tried to deflect this week about it being like the Clinton paid for the report that was created by Christopher Steele.
Steele? Yeah.
Yeah, the Steele dossier that came out. And there's a lot of people that think wrongly that just because I hate Trump, I hate everybody that's a Republican, and I don't think critically of people on the left, of Democrats as well.
Oh, I have a lot of words for the people on the left lately.
So the amazing thing for this happening is, like, I actually got some people that are conservative to follow us on Twitter a little bit closer, because they're like, well, what if the Steele dossier and all of these Mueller charges happen to bring up some people on the left that were taking Russian money and everything? I'm like, nope, rip the whole fucking thing down to the studs and start over again.
Don't give a fuck.
Arrest every single person that's in that. I don't give a shit if it's a Dem, if it's a Republican. Arrest every one of these fuckers and throw the book at them. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, I'm not used to hearing a liberal say that. I'm like, then you're not fucking listening to us. Because
clearly. Because I don't know if you noticed liberals with Weinstein, but we were pretty fucking quick to condemn them. Also, I see you, some of you guys. You are deflecting.
Yeah, Ben Affleck.
See you.
Well, that's because he's got his own fucking skeletons in his closet, and he can't actually come out and say it because.
But guess what? I'm not about to start defending Weinstein even a little bit. Oh, no. Cosby, by the way, liberal.
Yeah, fuck Cosby.
Fuck that rapist piece of shit.
Yep. And even Neil deGrasse Tyson, which I want. Here's the thing: there's a lot of people that are coming out and saying, "Oh, well, you lefty people, if you one of your heroes comes out with the sexual charges and stuff like that, I bet you defend him all the way to the end." It's like, no. What you're not understanding is that we choose to believe the victims first, and we're going to say, "Okay, I hear what you're saying, and I'm sorry that this happened to you." And at the same time, we're not going to charge a guy before he's actually been to court. The problem is that when you get people like Cosby and you get people like Weinstein, where they have these things happen to them,
been to court
in gigantic fucking numbers. I'm talking about not even court charges, but the ones that have had like dozens of this stuff.
Yeah.
And so when we
get one
with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yep.
I can't condemn the guy yet. It's not that I'm saying that I'm not judging her experience or anything.
Yeah.
I just don't have, I am not involved in this. I'm out here. When it's somebody like Weinstein or Cosby or Trump, where it's just so many women, it's like, well, obviously I have to accept it. That's just a reasonable thing to say, because the statistical chance of all of them lying is improbable. It's highly improbable.
It is usually about 5% where the false allegations actually come out. The thing is that I'm not saying that Neil deGrasse Tyson is a saint. No, you should never venerate anybody. You should never have an idol. You should never have a hero.
I'm sure he's done things wrong. I'm sure he's guilty of some sexual harassment in some way or another.
Yeah. And the thing is like, the reason why it's important to listen to people who have been victimized is that if you say, well, I don't believe them, where's your proof? I don't think we should say this. I don't think we should talk about this. That makes that person and other people like them not want to come forward in the future. That's what the whole Me Too thing was about, is that you needed to understand that it's a lot more widespread and people need to normalize coming out and talking about this kind of thing. But what I don't like, and we'll come back to Mueller in a second, is Donald fucking Trump, who we're talking about here, of course, officially came out like using Sarah Huckabee Sanders on Friday to say that all of the women who accused President Trump of sexual harassment are lying.
What is it? 13 women officially?
Let's see.
And
at
then
least,
a bunch
no, 16
anonymous?
now. 16 now.
16. 16? That's a lot.
And so there was a CBS reporter, Jacqueline Alemany, I'm not sure if you can pronounce her name that way, said that obviously sexual harassment has been in the news. At least 16 women accused the president of doing this stuff. Last week during a press conference in the Rose Garden, he called those accusations fake news. Is the official White House position that all of these women are lying? And Sanders replied, yes, we've been clear on that from the beginning, and the president has spoken on it.
For decades now, then.
Yeah.
Before he was president, you mean they've been lying? Before he was president.
And
you
so
before? Because there was a lot before he was president that came out too. And we have video evidence of him saying he sexually assaults and harasses. And then video evidence of him harassing women. Machado. What the fat stuff, the fat shit, the calling her a pig and stuff like that. So we have we know he does this. And now we're gonna say, oh, but these women are like, fuck that. He admitted it on he bragged about sexually assaulting women.
Yep.
And
they just let you do it.
We have video of him sexually harassing women.
Mm-hmm.
Like multiple videos. And now we're gonna say that they're all liars. That is if that's where you're going, that's insanity. That's
16
insanity.
people are liars. 16 individual people, not, like a group of them that knew each other and all these other things. Just no. And he said in a tweet, if you remember back in 2016 when this stuff was flaring up, said, nothing ever happened with any of these women. Totally made up nonsense to steal the election. Nobody has more respect for women than me. And we yelled about that one for quite a bit.
Honey, I saw you in the last week say to the media's the press corps.
Oh my God, that pissed me off
children,
so bad.
One, I can't believe the media made such beautiful children. Gross thing to say. Then you continue to insult their parents in front of them. And then you say to a little girl, "Aw, are you crying for me?" Well, at least you don't have any weight problems. A child you said this to.
Oh,
God damn it.
This guy's the worst.
Damn.
He's the worst.
Shit. And it's all fake. I have no one has more respect for you. Dude, you said you would have sex with your own daughter if she wasn't your daughter. You talked about your infant daughter. I don't remember
getting her a boob job or something like that because
and
her mom.
Mother's leg. Like, what the an infant you spoke this way about. It's just he's such a disgusting, just the most toxic masculinity, just everything.
And he
vile.
Continued his doubling down on Maisha Johnson this week, and the congresswoman that was their friend. I can't remember her name.
Frederica.
Yeah,
Douglas.
It's just ridiculous.
Douglas?
I'm not sure. So the back to the Mueller investigation, a spokesman for the special counsel's office has declined to comment because that's how Mueller's been doing things. He's not saying a single fucking thing.
God, I love it.
He's an iceberg. Like what you see sticking out of the water is what you think you know, but there's a lot of other shit going on there. And I'm sure if they try to fire him, as I've heard on the Twitters, it's been going around a lot more now.
Have to fire him?
No, it is Rosenstein that has to fire him because what's his nuts can't do it because he recused himself. Sessions can't do it. So the deputy AG has to do it, and if he won't do it, then he'll fire somebody. But that's just like the Saturday Night Massacre that happened, where in Nixon's cabinet, he started firing people because they wouldn't fire the special investigator for Watergate. So, in one hand, we have a dumb fucking Nixon, and we also have just a spiteful man that's just trying to erase anything that the black president ever did, because he said a mean thing to him during a press dinner or something.
X, I want to point out that you just said we have dumb Nixon.
Yes,
Nixon isn't particularly clever.
No, but compared to this guy,
yeah.
Did you hear about this? That priming the pump thing? That's new. I made that up. Same with the fake news. That's never been something that happened before.
Nobody,
even though there's a German word.
News before I did.
So we don't know who it's going to be that's going to be arrested coming up really soon. They said it's going to be persons, not just one. So I apologize now, listeners, watchers on YouTube, that we're not going to be able to talk about this for like a week, because it's going to happen right when I'm dropping the first episode this week. And it's just going to be amazing.
You're going to be hearing it right as the news is coming out, but know that we're excited, and it's not going to be the main movers and shakers. It's going to be those who they think that they can do plea deals with.
I hope one's Kushner. I hope they get him on just falsifying documents, just the small shit. And let's just get him on the small stuff.
They want somebody who will sing is what they're going for.
And every one of them will, because none of them have any real loyalty towards each other.
Oh no,
it's about money.
It's
thieves. About money.
Come on,
yeah. They've stolen all the way through the White House. So they're gonna be like, do I get to keep my millions? No, but we won't come after your billions that you amassed before you became somebody in the house. So okay, fine. Well, yeah, Trump did it. It's honestly what it's probably going to become.
They're going to threaten them with some sort of consequences, and these are going to be people who know that if they if they give up Trump, then they won't go down, and that's their entire thing, is self-preservation to a fault. But then again, they have their golden parachute. But they have to have their golden parachute. They will have to sell out the guy at the top. Yeah. And that's the thing Trump didn't understand going into politics, because this isn't business, honey. This isn't where you can set somebody up to be the fall guy. As one person. You can't divert all the blame to one fucking mid-level manager. This is politics. Well, it's all public now.
You heard that he had said that the thing that happened in Niger wasn't something that he authorized. It was something that his generals authorized.
I didn't hear that.
And so it's like, what happened to the whole "the buck stops here" kind of thing? Apparently the buck stopped over there in front of that bus where I just threw my fucking generals in front of.
Well, and let's be honest here. Most military decisions are not made by the president himself.
No,
because we've not had a herself yet.
However, something like that, where they're going into an area where they probably shouldn't be, and we're talking about special forces going into there. A lot of the stuff they'd be like, "Hey, just letting you know, you have to let the commander in chief know that an operation is happening. Whether he says something yes or no to it usually doesn't happen."
I'm sure it was on a report somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure it was on a briefing where it was a bullet point on page 2 where he's like, I can't read it. I'm bored. I want to go play golf again.
I want to watch Fox and Friends.
Oh my God.
Talking about Fox and Friends.
Did you see the impeach commercial that they threw into the Fox and Friends stream that happened that day? So they know that Trump watches Fox and Friends. So people like John Oliver and those folks have been putting advertisements into Fox and Friends, purchasing the ad time.
Delightful.
There was a billionaire, and I apologize for not knowing his name, that put in a advertisement saying that we need to impeach Trump during Fox and Friends, and it aired. And boy, did it piss him off. And he came back and said something about how this guy never wins any elections, and everybody's quick to point out, yeah, you're right, because he's run for none of them. So he's 0 for 0.
Not a politician. So
it was amazing. And it's just like everybody knows how to push his buttons.
You didn't win any elections either.
No. And it's just amazing that this is the president of the United States, a guy that you can look at him and be like, I'm going to push this giant red button right here. And you
Tiny
get him
hands.
on it. every fucking time. And he has to clap back every time. He can't just let shit slide because his personal way of doing things is attack back, you know. You're not Scientology. You're Donald fucking Trump.
Jesus Christ.
Man. So yeah, that's all we got for Trump for this week. Hopefully that's enough for you to satiate your palate for this guy. But god damn it, can it please happen? Can we get to week 40? I know it's not going to happen in 41. Let's just make it so he doesn't even finish a whole year. Let's get him before.
It's not going to happen. It's going to be like another year of this shit.
Yeah. And
then we got decades to deal with his judges that he appointed, because that's not going to go away just because he gets removed.
What's his name?
That's the rest of our lives.
Yeah, McConnell's going to be pushing through a whole glut of judges that he's been holding off on filling because you can't let Obama have a win in that regard. But yet we're the bad guys. The left is the bad guys. We're doing all the bad stuff according to these people. Fuck them. Fuck them all.
Galaxy.